What's happening, Hoodlum Gang? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big O N, aka the neighborhood Hoodlum, aka, look, man, we could go on and on. I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to it, man. I got a very special and dope individual in the house. If you haven't been up on his channel, please go subscribe after this. But before you do that, I want you to get to know the man, the myth, the legend. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who may not know who you are.
Najee, Gangsta Boy, Barbie, Skyline, California. From the bottoms to the tops, tops to the bottoms. Represent the whole east side.
Right. And can you tell the people what year you was born?
1978.
And where was you born at?
Skyline, California.
Came straight there.
Definitely. I did. My mama came from the hood. My daddy come from Skyline.
All right, so you already have roots in the community.
Definitely.
And what was that like growing up around that time?
I grew up in Meadowbrook Apartments, bro, in the early '80s, and it was ruthless. It was hardcore. It was hard. Yeah, it was definitely hard.
Explain to the people who don't know your community in Meadowbrook. What does Meadowbrook mean to your community?
Meadowbrook is the projects of Skyline, and when we came up, it was in the crack epidemic, early '80s, and so it was a lot of bullying. It was a lot of crime, purse snatching, robberies, fights. You know what I'm saying? Shooting the police. Everything was going on in Meadowbrook Apartments in the early '80s.
So just coming out your door, that's your environment.
Definitely. Getting bullied. Sometimes you get bullied, sometimes you get saved by the bully.
And what schools did you attend?
I started off at Daniel Boone, and that's where I would my big homie, I would walk. So my mama, she had my little sister when I was 5 years old, and so she would have to go to work, and then so she would call me on the phone and wake me up, and I would walk to school with the homies. And then when I walked to school with the homies, that's when we had the fights and whatnot, and check out the knuckle game for fun and games.
So when you was in elementary school, it's safe to say that y'all was already claiming the area that you lived in.
Most definitely. I remember when they first came with British Knights, and the homies was taking the stitches out to make Colombian Knights, and if you got caught up in there with the British Knights, you was getting faded. And I grew up thinking that Colombian Knights was a real shoe. I didn't find out till years later that it wasn't. So yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, how many siblings you got?
Siblings?
Siblings.
Shit, I got a lot of siblings. You mean like what, from Skyline? Family, period?
Just like the ones that grew up with you in your community. Like how many is from Skyline?
My whole family is pretty much from Skyline.
Right.
I got step siblings from the hood. I got step siblings from Lincoln, and I believe that's about it. Yeah, I believe that's about it. But then I got uncles and whatnot that was from different little stuff like Get Down Gang out the hood. I got some that was from the coast. But it's hard to really say that because everybody, like my dad's generation, they was thugs and they was gangsters. They was just with committing crime, and so they would mess with anybody. Right. And as long as you was with, committing mayhem. And so, shit, they called me nephew and I called him monk. So, I don't know. Lot. We was just, my whole family was with crime.
Right. And
yeah.
What year would you say you like really? Because when we grew up in the communities, we usually, I say like 12 is like 12, 13 around there is like when stuff really start getting real. Because prior to that, you banging, but you really still like, you know what I mean?
No, we was claiming that. We was claiming, bro. Listen, My little brother Gino dropped out in elementary in kindergarten. He didn't learn how to read and write till he went to what's that halfway house in Little Africa? Anyway, whatever that halfway house is in Little Africa, that's where he learned how to read and write. Little Boo Boo and Little Soup, they dropped out of school in elementary. I dropped out of school in 7th grade. You know what I mean? So yeah, we was trying to be gangsters. By the time it was junior high, we was gone. Yeah, for sure.
And what year did you have your first run-in with the law? And I mean, when I mean by run-in, I mean more so like getting locked up, not just getting stopped by him, not just seeing him in the community.
I got locked up. My first time being locked up was 1991. I was born in 78, so 91 was the first time I caught a case. I mean, went to juvenile hall, went to camp, and all the stuff.
And I know you told the story on your channel, basically. Like, I think one of your homies did something, and then you was walking with him or something like that.
That was my big bro.
Oh,
that was the second time. The first time was with Lil Wicked. And actually, Lil Wicked they call me Baby Wicked as far as paperwork is concerned. The police documented me as Baby Wicked, and that's been my handle since 1991. And that's because he was up in there gang banging and flashing and just saying his name. And they just said, oh, that's Little Wicked, he's Baby Wicked. You know what I'm saying? So that was 1991. 92 is when my big bro, I went to jail. I gave him my shirt. He had beat up somebody on Skyline in Meadowbrook with Baby Eastside. And I gave him my shirt, and he gave me a shirt, and they gave me, whatever charge it is, trying to aid and abet somebody else. That was 92.
So, when you hit juvenile hall in 91, what was that like?
That was activities, man. It was gang banging.
And this was prior to all the red on red beef, right?
Yeah, this was Boys in the Hood, Colors. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was blood and rip, and it was.
But was it still like? Was it tension around that time or not yet?
With blood on blood war, that didn't kick off until that didn't kick off, man, to more like 1993 going into 1994. I mean, like shootings, because there was a lot of shootings, but nobody was dying.
That's what I'm saying. When did the shooting, but nobody was dying? When did that start?
I want to say, because I went to a house party in 1991, and my homeboys from a drone had shot some dudes from Lincoln at a house party.
You told that story.
I told that story.
Yeah.
That was the first time that I was around, you know what I'm saying, and actually seen it. And I believe that was like 1990, maybe 91. I believe. I really don't remember as far as the timeline, but I believe about that time. Because 1992, we was definitely trying to holler at them. But you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because like 1992, bro, we was trying to shoot at anybody.
Right. It was all out war.
Everybody. Listen, we go to one hood. If we couldn't find nobody, we went to the next hood. You know what I'm saying? We didn't care. Bloods, Crips, as long as they wasn't Pirus, yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know this is a little bit before your generation, and you're not from that hood, but what was the whole, why did they take Piru off of their hood? Because I would think that it had to be some tension back then for them to do that. Or, and if it wasn't, it probably created some tension right then and there.
Yeah.
That they didn't want to be Piru no more.
Nah, I don't. He got me. He good. Listen.
I'm just saying to your knowledge. If you don't know, you don't.
I don't know for a fact. Listen, I don't know for a fact, but allegedly, one of they big homeboys came in and he took that off of them, and he raised up a different generation, which was the Lincoln Park Bloods. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, now that same one who I'm talking about that did that, he was funking with my homies, but they were just catching fades.
So he had a personal vendetta.
It would appear so.
Right.
It would appear so. You know what I'm saying? But I was a baby.
Right.
So I definitely don't know hands on, but from me doing time and being in you know, investigating.
Yeah,
because, you know
asking
what I'm
questions,
saying?
doing your
right,
research.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the game and the knowledge that have been handed down to me. Yeah.
All right, so you in and out of juvenile hall. You already told the stories on your channel how it was, as far as especially the Damus wasn't necessarily at full-fledged war at that time, so it was still a blue and red thing, red and blue thing, and obviously out here we severely outnumbered, especially in them times.
Definitely.
So can you just speak on that real fast for the people who haven't seen that video?
Shoot, man. So when I first started going to juvenile hall, it would be a blood. It'd definitely be a blood and crip thing. As far as neighborhood and West Coast, every now and then, the coast would, not the hood, the coast would be some numbers, like, you know, more so than the hood.
Right.
But then predominantly it would be the Oceanside cribs. You know what I'm saying? When I was in there.
Yeah.
But
it seemed like at that time that was coming up, getting more
definitely
active.
they was definitely coming up, and they would be up in there kind of thick. But the Bloods would come together. Lincoln Park, Skyline, Emerald, O'Farrell, everybody. Not O'Farrell and Emerald. O'Farrell and Emerald, they ain't even had no K's between them. But they ain't even had no K's. I don't know about now.
Oh, they definitely do now.
Yeah, but during my time of coming up, they didn't have K's in between them, and they couldn't get along for shit. We was in the penitentiary having a peace treaty with the Dago Bloods, when my big homeboy Shannon Boy was pushing the line. They couldn't get along then, and they didn't have no K's in between them then. And it was like, damn, bro, y'all ain't even got no K's in between y'all, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so they got definitely some hatred, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some hatred that's like real deep, man, you know what I'm saying? And that was going on in juvenile hall too. You know.
So that was, would you say that was the first red on red or gray on gray?
That might have been. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't really, because that's a generation ahead of me. But that might have been, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I was with them in jail, they didn't get along at all. Yeah.
All right, so, like I said, man, so you get out, and this is another story you told on your channel, to where something happened to one of them, I think, in Campo or something like that.
One of who?
Somebody from Lincoln. You said his name, I can't remember. You said something about, I don't know if he got out and wrote one of your homies' girls or something like that, or was it the other way around? Something like that, and they got down or something.
That was Lil T-Bada and Bubba Cheeks.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't, that was.
I'm trying to get to what officially kicked the war off.
That didn't kick off the war, because they funked up in there, man. I remember Bubba Cheeks was hot, because at first he didn't even understand. Lil T-Bada had wrote a girl and said, "What you doing?"
What was the official? Well, you was explaining your homie fighting somebody from over there, but I was really trying to get to what was the official thing that kicked off the war between y'all two.
Bro, like I said, if the official thing between us is football. Our war started on the gridiron.
Right.
If you want to be honest, we was brought up to not like Lincoln. I mean VP, and
Right.
VP is Lincoln.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I was in football, Mighty Mike, I'm talking about Mighty Mike, homie. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you can lose to Santee, but nigga, y'all better not lose to VP. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a fuck. It better end 0-0.
Ain't that crazy? You could lose to the white boys, but you
you
can't
better
lose
not
to the
lose to
niggas.
VP. No, because the coaches, I think the coaches, you know what I'm saying, used to taunt each other. Because we were the two ghettos.
Right.
We were the two ghettos. Like even when it was Lincoln and Morris, it was the two ghettos of Southeast. You know what I'm saying? Competing, and one ghetto got to be better than the other ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So when I was, like I said, Mighty Mike, Junior, Pee Wee, Junior Midget, South Bay, Lincoln, and Lost Tour. You better not lose. Even Balboa. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But more so, Valencia.
Because they closer. They right there.
And they was always the best. But like we was. So it was always two of the best. Because Balboa, even though they had some good teams, it'd be different what's the name? Like all their programs wouldn't be good. It might be the junior midgets or junior peewees, and then it might be the junior midget, but it won't be mighty all the way up. Same with South Bay. South Bay was the same way. Lost tours too. But VP and Skyline from Mighty Mike all the way up, it'd be kind of like a stronghold. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
All right, so it's safe to say you don't really remember exactly when it's. You remember the year, but you don't remember the exact event.
No, it wasn't no exact event. It was a mini events.
Right.
It was many
just
events.
Over time, it was like its own.
Yeah, it was many events because like it was a lot of shootings. It was a lot of shootings and a lot of people got shot before K actually happened. It took years before K actually happened. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was just many. It was a lot of jumpings, a lot of green lights, a lot of red lights. But yeah, it was, man. It took a long time. I want to say it took about 3 years before K finally happened. House party shootings, jumpings, everything. Yeah. For sure.
All right. So there was an incident. You was going to like a summer school in Spring Valley.
That was one of them.
That was
Mitchie Slick. Mitchie Slick was the one who came through the door.
Explain that story.
Mitchie Slick. He was an Emerald Hill dude that was in our school, and dude lived in the apartment complex right next to the Spring Valley Summit. You know what I'm saying? And Little Ziggy from Lincoln Park. Now, let me tell you about Lil Ziggy, man. If you ever heard Eddie Murphy, another Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor got a joke about a dude that liked to fight, but he can't fight, and he always get whooped on.
Right.
That was Lil Ziggy. Shout out to Lil Ziggy, man. I hate to put you on blast, but you didn't have no knuckles on me. And he went up to bail, got down with the homie, got whooped on, and then the next day, Lincoln Park was up there, homie, whooping on kids. You know what I'm saying? We got whooped on. So anyway, I ended up being cool with Lil Ziggy and Campo, like I told you. And there it started being all the blood started getting along, right? So we was cool. When we get out, I want to say the Crips was riding. The Crips was riding on. A lot of homies was getting smoked, homie. And so they was trying to implement all the Bloods need to start building a stronghold.
And this 93.
This 1993, homie. And so we had opened up Spring Valley Summit was a stronghold for Skyline. And we had opened it up to Lincoln Park. We had opened it up to Lil Ziggy and a dude named O'Neal. And it was cool for about a week. Then Lil Ziggy got out with my homeboy Young James. Young James put them things on him. And Lil Ziggy went back to Lincoln and told them that, whatever he told them. But I told the homies, I told Young James, I said, listen, they love Lil Ziggy. They coming back up here, homie. They coming back up here. I don't know if they come back up here today, tomorrow, but they coming. And that afternoon, Summit let out about 12.
Right.
So about 11:30, they came. They opened up the door, seen Mike Myers. I want to say Mitchie Slick said, kill him. And they charged him first. And then it was just, it was on. The whole summer we were squabbling. For sure. And they was fight, like I say, Lil Ziggy, they love Lil Zig. And they didn't get it. I don't know if they knew if Lil Zig started it or not. You know what I'm saying? But they was coming through. They was coming through for Lil Zig, and they did, yeah.
So after that was the incident where y'all walked through the dip?
Yes.
And what happened when y'all...
we got on the bus. We went up to Skyline in Meadowbrook, and we was mad about it. And shout out to Godfather Ed. He went and got us $50. He went to the store and $50 and passed out dollars or whatever the change was to get on the bus. He passed it out to all the homies, and then we jumped on the bus and jumped out in the dip, and then the police came and everybody ran in different directions. And we didn't have no way back to the set. So a lot of people got fucked up. God forgive me. A lot of people got messed up. A lot of homies got ran through, for sure.
They pretty much ran from the police, split up, and ended up running into them niggas.
Because they, once they knew, because when we got off the bus, Squares and everybody was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Looking at all this red and shit. And, you know, I'm talking about everybody, the whole community knew that we was out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, the calls start being made. And by the time they got reinforcements, the police had came through and shut it down. So now you got people running, everybody doing this and that. And since it's split up, some people got caught slipping. Yeah. Quite a few homies got caught slipping and got towed up. And see, so these little incidents is what made it definitely turn up.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Cause you know losses. Yeah, people ain't with losses.
So around what year? What was the case that sent you to YA?
Oh man, I went to jail for stealing cars. Then I went to camp for the second time, and while I was in camp for the second time.
Hold on, real fast, not to cut you off. Hoodlum Gang, y'all gotta go check out his stories about stealing cars and smoking sherm. Hey, he got some wild stories, man. Go check him out. But go ahead.
So while I'm in camp the second time, shout out to Baby Bullet from the hood. It was a white boy from the hood too. I think Baby Bullet, rest in peace, man. It was a white boy too. I think his name was Little Salt Rock or the other rock. Little. I think he was trying to call himself something like that.
He was probably a wannabe.
I believe he was a wannabe, but even though he was a wannabe, he was putting in work. You know what I'm saying? And so he had whooped on one of my homies, and then. Man, you know them little trays, they got them little trays, man. We used to work in the kitchen. We was in Camp 1, we worked in the kitchen. This dude wrote a big old fat BK on the tray, man, with butter. And you can't just spray that shit off, you know what I'm saying? And we was hot. We was hot, homie. I was hot. I don't know about everybody else. I seen that shit. I said, this nigga gotta die, homie. We go back. And we smoking weed, because, you know, me and Gino used to bring me and Little Soup to Sack when my grandma come and visit here, bring us some weed and shit. And we'd go back to the table, we was smoking pot, and dudes, the homeboy from Casaduro, he was beatboxing and shit, you know, we start gang banging, you know, the banging wax shit. Mm-hmm. And then Baby Bullet and them started rapping that True Blue shit. And shit, yeah, you already know, you know what I'm saying? We over there, the charge was on, you know what I'm saying? It was a full-blown riot. And I got kicked out. I fucked up though. I messed up on that, man. The police came and man, I was so young, man. The police say, well, you know, they gotta talk to you about the 115. It ain't a 115. I forget what they call it, a grievance or whatever.
It's I think it's an RV.
Yeah, something, right? And he say, he giving me props, man. I was like, yeah, that was me. And I got kicked out. He said, you hit him in the jaw. Huh? That was you. I said, hell yeah, that was me.
Sent you right back to Juvenile Hall?
No. I was already in Juvenile Hall. So, you know, when the riot come, they just snatch everybody up. And they take everybody back to Juvenile Hall. You know what I'm saying? Even people that they don't know is involved. But once you're in Juvenile Hall, they come and do talking to you, trying to assess the shit, see who was fighting, and he was giving me props, you know what I'm saying? Making me feel good about my festivities, and I claimed it. Hell yeah, that was me. I was about the only one that got kicked out. And I went to CYA for that.
All right.
And I was on a 4-month program, man. I was mad at myself.
So obviously, like I said, a lot of this I'm familiar with, but my subscribers ain't. Yeah. So that's a culture shock going from San Diego being the majority to going to CYA. Now you're doing time with everybody from California, and it's a lot more Crips.
Yes, bro. Yeah. I didn't know it was that many Crips. It was a culture shock all the way. It was because at that time the homies wasn't thick, and so they was acting, no offense, but they was acting how I felt the Crips was acting in San Diego by being undernumbered, you know what I'm saying? So now we up there, and they, like, if it's Crips around, they ain't saying blood or nothing. They's calling you dog, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm a bloodhound, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that dog shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they go, dog is Crips. So it's like, I don't know. But
no. I mean, I know niggas be having dog on their name.
Yeah.
But I thought Don Moves did too.
No, they do. B-dogs, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we was B-hounds. So like, all I'm saying is, I want to be called Blood or Piru. And they was calling me dog, homie, and I didn't like it one bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, you know, but I understood why. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, them Crips was most definitely dead. Yeah, it was a culture shock. And they was gangbanging. Yeah,
They was set tripping. Huh?
No, they was gangbanging. I mean, you know, 13, 14 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? They was up in there for L's. They was up in there for K's at 13.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was, tattoo, got the whole face tatted. He's like, damn, nigga, you only 12 years old? Yeah, it made me want to get out and kill everything. I thought I was behind 10 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, damn, this how y'all acting? I'm bullshitting. I need to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Shit, for sure. Because they was active. Yeah, and the homies was active too, but not as a majority.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a minority.
It was here and there. It was
here and
certain
there.
niggas
You know
that was
what I'm
setting
saying?
the bar high.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. It was mainly the Crips for sure. For sure. At that time, it was the rolling 60s and 8 trays and Hoovers, you know what I'm saying, around me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the deepest.
Yeah, I didn't run into that many hundreds, or 40s. I ran into mostly, 60s, gangsters, and Hoovers, and East Coasters, for sure, East Coasters. From 1st Street all the way up to, 11A? Yeah, 190. Even, there you go. 190 is way in an old other city, but yeah.
Carson,
Yeah, for sure. And they was gangbanging on them, for sure. Yeah.
So, they ended up putting you in a dorm with all Crips, right? Because you got into it with a CO or whatever they call it.
Skillet from Piru. He wouldn't bring me no cigarettes, so I thought he wasn't from Piru. You know what I'm saying? He said, I got something for you and send me to our Crip cottage. Yeah. Foul.
You squabbling every day, huh?
That was a nightmare, man. I really don't even want shit like that shit. Yeah, but it was on. You know what I'm saying? But I end up being, so when you go from squabbling every day and keeping your back against the wall and standing on your 10 toes, eventually a real Crip is going, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, back up, man. He's doing, you know what I'm saying? He handling his business. I mean, go ahead and give him a break. Because what they would do is every time, so say I didn't already did my fighting for about 2 weeks, and then a new Crip come. Gangster, right? You know what I'm saying? They're like, they're gonna want right there, nigga. You see, you so tough. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, hey, listen, he been doing his thing. We gotta back up. You know what I'm saying? Back up. And I was the rolling 60s that did that. Madman. He was from Over Hills and Neighborhood. His name was Tiny Madman and Baby Scooby from both. I don't know how that worked.
Over Hills is name.
No. He was Baby Scooby from Over Hills 60s, and he was Tiny Madman from Neighborhood 60s. He banged both and had names from both. Like I said, I don't know how that worked. But he was highly respected, and people really didn't mess with him. And he was about this big.
You had to have squabble.
I don't know if he had squabble.
Oh, nah?
I didn't see him fight nobody, but he had the whole unit, you know what I'm saying? So, in CYA, they got chairs like this that's movable. You know what I'm saying? And it's about 30, 40 of these damn chairs. He had about 25 of them. And he had, some people would sit on a washing machine, instead of sitting in one of his chairs. He was sitting in one of his chairs and you had to pay him.
Oh, yeah, he had some control for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I didn't see it. Like I said, I didn't see it. I don't know when he did it or whatever. But they didn't mess with him, homie. They didn't mess with him.
It's going to be some people in the comments that know about the chair thing you talking about right now.
Yeah. That was only Nellis.
Oh.
That was Nellis. Fred, that was Nellis. Paso wasn't like, I turned Paso like that. Fred C. Nellis wasn't like that, though.
What happened when you got to Paso? What was that like?
Oh, man, that was fucking Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Cayugas. And because I seen how Tiny Mad had did it down there, I took all the chairs. Not all of them, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on them. Because so what happened is, They say you got a chair and he got a chair, right? When y'all go home, y'all gotta leave y'all chairs to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, you leave them to me. I got 3 chairs now. You know what I'm saying? And so I was only considering one, but then you can rent out the other 2 and stuff like that. You know? Yeah. So that's how it went. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, how long did you do on YA before you was released?
2 years and 9 months. I did from 14 to 17. 14 to 17.
So you get out and what's going on in the streets?
Shit, I already told you, man. I was seeing all the killers out there and see what, hey, shit, it's good. I didn't care what's going on in the streets, you know? And then, so, while I'm in CYA and I'm messing with the Compton Pirus, the Compton Pirus is sex tripping. You know what I'm saying? They on that Piru tip. And so, I slid up, you know, while I'm in CYA, I slid up under them. And I'm like, shit, man, it's the same thing going down in Dago. So when I get out, yeah, I was pushing that P-phone tips to the fullest. Yeah, for sure.
How long was you out before you caught your next case?
A year and a couple of months. Yeah, a year and a couple of months. I wasn't out that long. I caught I don't know, man. I had a lot of fun in that year. That year, man, I did so much stuff in that year, man. It didn't seem like a year, but what I do from 18, I went to jail right before my 19th birthday. So I got out at 17, and I went back before my 19th birthday, which is in May. Yeah. Being a criminal, bro.
And how long you do on that time?
5 years and 10 months. And that was, you know, that was the funnest time I ever did in prison, in jail. Man, listen, after you go through CYA and Juvenile Hall, penitentiary ain't shit. Penitentiary, they was calling me a YA baby, you know what I'm saying? And trying to tell me to calm down. Yeah, lifers and shit, cause lifers in jail is nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say that, but they be trying to program and get out and shit. And they be looking at young dudes like me like, you doing too much, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. You coming up in there and you disrupting their program. They got
Sure.
to live there. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? All they got is they visits or whatever. They might be making a little money.
Yeah.
You come hot-headed messing it up. You about to go home. Nigga hurt you over that.
Yeah.
Nigga hurt you. Like, man, what you doing?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't know. They jail is jail, bro. When you in jail, homie, when you in jail, you in jail. You know what I'm saying? You're not on the streets, bro. You gotta politic like you in jail. You gotta live like you in jail. I lived in there like I had life. Thank you God I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get up in there,
Right.
bro, and wasn't trying to get no 128s or nothing.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people, even when I was in there, especially on my first term, which was just 2.5, a lot of people thought that I had been to prison before, and they thought that I had been on, you know what I mean, them types of yards just based on how I carried myself. But I just carried myself like that just because I feel like that's how you supposed to carry yourself. Like, nobody really taught me how to carry myself. That's just what it was. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing goofy shit. I wasn't up for DPs, and I didn't have people constantly telling me like, hey man, what you doing? Hey man, don't do that. Like, it was just like, even though they could tell like, all right, I could tell you a little rough around the edges, but you kind of seasoned at the same time. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, jail ain't cool though. Jail ain't cool for nobody, man. It's better
Right.
on the streets. It's better on the streets, and if you're in jail, you know what I'm saying, I would just, you know, keep it hustling, keep feeding your brain. I do regret not going and getting no trade while I was in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Because they gave it to me. They gave it to me, I just didn't take it.
I don't want to stay on the prison stuff too long. I want to get to the more positive stuff. But before we get off of the prison stuff, you told a story on your channel that I want some of you dudes to be mindful of, because it could happen to you while y'all thinking homies is homies. You was married and your wife had started messing with somebody that you know. You told that story on your channel. And a lot of these dudes don't understand that type of stuff happens. So while y'all out here putting it all on the line and putting your homies first, a lot of these dudes ain't gonna think of you when you out the way.
Yeah. Well, you know, that homie, see, the thing about that homie that pissed me off with that is because I talked to him, you know what I'm saying? I talked to him on the phone after he knocked her. And so, you know, I thought we had an understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen, I know I can't do nothing with that pussy, but shit, man, I'm married, man. Get that bitch up in here, man. Let's get to this bag, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, he didn't. So that's what had hurt me with that, man. But yeah. You know, when you go to jail, everything's up for grabs. Ain't no loyalty. But he wasn't, see, the thing is, he was my homie, but he wasn't, we didn't hang and bang with each other.
Right. He was just
you know, we was just from the same set, homie. You know what I'm saying?
But still,
like,
a lot of these people don't understand that. Like, man, you know.
Yeah, we didn't hang and bang. Like, I didn't know nothing about him. I couldn't tell you too much or nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? He was a generation above me, to be honest. But you know, it just hurt because, you know, you're in jail. Shit, you know, you need help. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you've been here before. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so you obviously you get out and over some time you end up moving out the way and getting into what you do, trucking.
Yeah.
What's that like?
I do trucking. I write books.
We was gonna get to that.
Yeah, trucking is.
But go ahead.
Trucking is, you know, trucking is easy money, man. I get to be by myself. You know what I mean? As y'all see, those that be on my channel, and I love it.
And you make videos while you at work.
That's
look,
easy money.
Hey, look, I do the same thing. I work while I'm at work.
You for sure.
If I'm sitting there, if I'm at work and I'm listening to something and I hear something good come up, or somebody be like, "Hey, check this video out," I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna go right outside, either sit in my car or go to a little spot where I won't be bothered.
For sure.
And that's why people be like, "Oh man, hey, what's up with your shirt, man? I'm working. I just stopped to do some work for y'all, to put this content out for y'all. I'm not about to go change my shirt or wait till I get off. I'm about to give y'all this content right now. Be happy."
For sure.
You know what I mean? But
I love being in square, bro. By the way.
Hey man.
You know what I'm saying? Easy money, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay out here with your family, man. That's the best thing happening, man. I used to work for 7 cents an hour in prison. You know what I'm saying? And they used to make sure I go to work. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't take a day off. If I did, I wouldn't get out on my date. Just like most of the people up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? 7 cents. And then they'd take, what was it, 25, 20, what did they take, 22% out that? Yeah. So I only get a check for like $4, you know what I'm saying, every 30 days, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so that's what I'm saying. No, that's not. So if you can work for that in a pen, you can work for dollars on the streets and be a square. You know what I'm saying? Acting like you can't be a square out here, but you can be a square up in there for them people while you getting slave driven. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's worth it.
And that's some game for all the trolls who be like, "Hoodie, you drive a forklift. Hoodie, you what they say? I'm busting sub. All this weird shit. It don't matter, because you got people in there that wish they was out here doing that instead of working for, like he said, 7 cents.
For sure.
They took away a lot of the pay numbers. You probably doing it for free just to get out your cell now.
Yeah, and that's how it was if you had a trade. It was for free, and then you had to go to work if you didn't have no med pass. You know what I'm saying? No doctors know you was getting shit. You was getting 115, 128. You was getting something. You know what I'm saying, for 7 cents. So yeah, definitely go to work, man. Find something that you enjoy doing, and do it out here on the streets and provide for yourself and your family.
Now, speaking of something you enjoy doing, you became a content creator at some point. What made you say, "I'm gonna start me a YouTube channel, man, and tell my story"?
I want to say it started with Scrap, man. I had lost my homeboy Scrappy Rue, and it kind of pained me because you know, he was young and he loved his family, and he died from high blood pressure, and I want to say that was the first thing, and after that it was the book, to kind of, you know, sell the book.
Talk about the book for a second.
I dropped 2 books. The first one is 5-Star General Cali Bangin Volume 1, and that's from my birth, allegedly, from my birth up to CYA, to when I got released. And then 5-Star General Street Marine, that came out with a soundtrack. And that's from basically 17 when I got out of CYA, allegedly, to when I got locked up at 19. Yeah. Yeah.
And let the people know where they can find that.
They can find that on, man. Well, Cali Bangin Volume 1 is just available on Amazon, but Street Marine 5-Star General is available everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The soundtrack is available everywhere, and the Audible is available everywhere. That's Amazon, Walmart, Barnes and Nobles, whatever, Target. You know what I'm saying? It's in there. Yeah.
All right, so you start the channel, and you know, it's things going on out here, man. I noticed at first you more so just talked about yourself, which I did, but I spoke on stuff here and there, but it was more so about me. But you know, the majority of the people that view YouTube, very few of them are interested in what they don't know. They want something familiar. Mm-hmm. So I noticed me talking about me and what I've been through and my homies and stuff like that. That's gonna get a little traction depending on the demographics at that time. But a lot of the times, the trendy stuff, when you're a person that people, they value your opinion and they think highly of you, they want to hear what you think about that type of stuff. So, you know, there's been a lot of stuff going on, man, in these YouTube streets, like they say. What's some of the stuff that caught your attention recently? I've seen the videos, but like I said, the Hoodlum gang might have not seen them, but they will after they go subscribe, and y'all better go subscribe. So, what's some of the things recently that you've seen floating around? Even if you saw me speaking on it.
Man, Brick Baby, Whack 100, you know, the normal YouTube stuff, man. I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, man. I can't really put a finger on it, but I tell you what, I don't know if you having fun, but I sure the hell is having fun.
Man, I'm having a blast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. That's the thing, is I feel like I'm just living life, you know what I'm saying, and having fun and taking advantage of it. So, you know, we being content creators. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I say, like y'all watch your videos, man. If I didn't have your videos, I wouldn't find content, homie. You know what I'm saying?
You don't be paying attention
to it. I don't pay attention to it, homie. I got too many other things. I got kids. I got these babies I'm raising. God willing, making them better than me. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that they don't do what I did and find a set that don't love them or go to a jail cell. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely no good for time. You know what I mean? So I'm on that, and I'm on trying to be successful. So when I do go on there, it's usually you know what I'm saying, my loved one. And when I see you shit, I go from there, oh, what the hell? And then I go to another video. I mean, you know, whatever you talking about, right. It leads me to the water. You know what I'm saying? I drink.
A lot of times they send it to me. There's times where I'm just, you know, going down my feed and stuff pop up. But most of the time, somebody gonna send me something and say, hey, you see this yet? Hey, what you think about this? Hey, right. Check this out. And right. I'll be like, all right, sometimes I speak on it, sometimes I don't.
And that's what happened with the Baby Earn incident. Some incidents happen like that.
They got sent to me too.
Yeah, you know.
I'm at work. Somebody sent it to me on Instagram. Who sent it to me? I think that was the homie. It might have been the homie Little Nutty Boy from Waterfront. It might have been him. I think he just sent it to me. He didn't even say nothing. He just like, check this out. So I click on it and I'm like, oh yeah. I think like within the first 10 minutes, I'm like, I'm making a video about this. I got to. You know what I mean? Especially when it involves San Diego. And that's another thing, man. People be saying that I don't speak on Dago stuff. I speak on these other cities and they stuff, but you don't see Dago politics online. You don't got a lot of YouTube people in Dago. It's only a couple of us. That's but true. We're not putting the street stuff online. These other places are. Mm-hmm. And when there is stuff that I feel like is newsworthy, like that with whacking Baby Earn or whacking Sharp or Boosie getting locked up out here, or when the Brims got the indictment with the liquor store, Mike's Liquor right there, I spoke on that. But I'm not just about to volunteer some backyard politics that I know about and just put it on the internet just because they want me to speak on Dago politics. These dudes is on No Jumper. They on platforms with 5 million subscribers airing their shit out. Everybody and their mama gonna have an opinion about it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm getting more into talking about stuff that's trendy, but I'm still gonna stay rooted and do stuff like this. You know what I mean? And bring my people on to talk about their life and promote their platform and their books, whatever else they got going on, man.
Exactly. Good looking too. I appreciate you, bro.
Man, you
Bring
already
me up
know,
on here,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to hold my boy up too much longer.
Yeah,
I know they got something. This would have been
Yeah,
longer, but
he looking like he ready to go.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
looking
yeah.
like he ready to go to the bunker.
hey, you don't want to tell people what you got going on. You don't want to.
This Mr. Wayne, man.
You
Mr.
got the
Wayne,
hats,
man.
you got
You
the
know what I'm
shirts.
saying?
You don't want to.
My brother,
You don't want
my
to step
family,
in real
man.
fast
You
and
know
show
what I'm
them.
saying?
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go right there in the front. Tell them
Yeah,
what you
he
got
said,
going on, man.
yeah. He can grab his seat, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let them know who you are and what you got going on, man.
Yeah.
Zula getting Duke, man. Young H-Well, Eastside Pyro as well, but you know what I mean? We keep it all professional now, you know what I mean? Planet Zoo, owner, CEO, you know,
There you
we
go.
partner with it. You know, we do media, we do music, we got studios, we do our shit. So tap in with me. We got the radio station coming, Planet Zoo Radio. We doing all like underground hip hop and R&B shit. So we got a lot of shit cooking, you know, and we going to LA tomorrow.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even tell them what y'all doing, man. Just let them see it.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
go subscribe to Planet Zoo Entertainment, and you're gonna
Planet
see what
Zoo.
they
For sure.
and you're gonna see what they got going on tomorrow.
Now,
Let them know about
that's
your
deep.
artists. Let them know about the
Nah, for
music.
sure, yeah. With the music, you know, I manage Lil Knock, Donnell Way, Adonis, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all seen Lil Knock on the channel?
Y'all seen Lil Knock on the channel. Go get that Paradise in the Paradise, you know what I'm saying? That shit hot right there. Go get that Donnell Way, go get that Adonis. We got hot music. Go get the soundtrack, because we doing the movie. It's going to drop this summer. And it's called The Street Marine. It's after this nigga's book, and just the way how, you know, we politic out here in Dago. It got a good plot to it, so we shooting that right now, and that shit gonna be ready to go real soon. So yeah, go check us out, man. I'm in H-Wood. You know, we do the music shit. Follow me on Apple. Follow me on Instagram. It's all good, man. Shout out to Hoodie Hood.
Yeah.
You know, Planet Zoo.
Planet Zoo
Najee.
SD, Planet News 619, baby,
Planet Zoo
Instagram,
SD.
YouTube.
Planet
Man,
Zoo
hey,
619.
Yeah.
that's
you
real,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
I hope y'all go check out everything they got going on. I appreciate y'all for having me. You already
Sure,
know,
sure.
man. We gonna have to double back.
For
We
sure,
gonna have
for
to-
sure. I gotta have you on my channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
man,
I gotta have you
whenever.
on my channel. You know what
Whenever.
I'm saying?
Yeah, tap in, man. Get your interview done, man.
For sure, for
For real.
sure.
We out here. Planet Zoo.
We out here, baby.
That part.
That part.